everybody. My content, everybody, that's okay. Nothing shaped of me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, neighbor. Nothing shaped off of me. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. To the genuine ones, and I say it respectfully. I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. Never give up on yourself because someone didn't know how to meet you halfway or pour into you. They didn't know how to love you, respect you, protect you. But you are worthy, and I say that respectfully, because when you walk into your life, they not energy harvesting off your energy. They ain't sending spell work or the evil eye. Now, even Jacob, we are all not the same. Healing trying to pay on the overnight price, but I truly hope that you try peace with that neighbor. No, for real, for real. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. Today is currently October. No, I haven't taken me. It's currently November 2nd, 2025. When it comes to days and time, damn, it's flying at the end of the day, but hold on 1 second, God still allows you to unwind. Hold on 1 second, because you go in divine timing. You may get lost in certain folks' chapter because they don't understand that hold on 1 second when they try to make you humble, or because you're being authentic or bother someone's mental. Everybody's on a different type of pace when it comes to being authentic. You was far from a copycat, let alone a hater. They would never understand that God's plan is different. Showing up for yourself to better yourself, it wasn't an excuse. Even when folks try to get physical, they was throwing sport right, the left, saying that you was mentally unstable, competent at the end of the day, but all because, hold on 1 second, you understood that you know how to stay in your lane. You was only speaking for yourself when they try to reject you, but God also protecting your mental. Hold on 1 second, something they was trying to get used to. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. We may not pray the same, but respect is a two-way street, and I say that respectfully, regardless of your religion, your culture, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, and I say respectfully, my content is not for everyone. No, Evan said though, there's no need to send the evil out or play with magic toys me at the day. I ain't even gotta do nothing to you. Hello. You can find entertainment somewhere else. It's a trend of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. Always be yourself and attention. It's currently 10:17 p.m. and it's currently November 2nd, 2025. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones and I'm attention. Hey! I'm peace. I bring peace. Stop the violence, neighbor. We all ain't haters. Hello. I got a little something for you. You are my sunshine. What a blessing. Never overlook when God shows up. Don't dim your light. You a miracle, neighbor. Fall from the head, elevate. No excuse. Allah. Gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only. No, it's a straight over me. No, for real. You have been minding your business, minding your business, or whatever the case may be, and decide to answer your phone by accident. Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, associate? What's going on? What you got going on? What happened? What you doing today? It's a shake off of me. When a person starts to change their life for all the right reasons, but you're proud of their process because you fall from head because you want everybody to get their life together, regardless of the trials and tribulations they was thrown into the obstacles. Life was kicking their ass. It's a shake off of me. When you got that one special friend or family member, whatever the case may be, decide to say, I'm changing my life. No, it's a shake off me. Heifer, homeboy, just because you decide to be on a diet at the end of the day, that ain't got nothing to do with me. An excuse, hello, I didn't sign up for your bullshit. And the truth of I'm very so much thankful that you want me to be on a healthy figure side and, multiply and understand the calories that's not supposed to be divided into my body and what I'm supposed to intake for the day, whatever it be. I'm kudos to you. Thanks for being the proper support team I need at the moment. But I didn't sign up for your one-sided contract. This fool starts to express, my trainer, they got me so invested into this. They gave me a little, a little itinerary for me to do for, a week prep. You want to try it with me? Absolutely the hell not. I didn't say I was ready. Hello, Evan, straight on me. You know, I will call you every morning to see if you made it. Evan, straight on me. Before you go to bed, trust and believe. I'll send you a quick text message. Are you okay? Are you still hungry? No, Evan, straight on me. You ever been there such a emotional support team to somebody at the end of the day? And they like you not being a proper support team to them? All because they decide to change their diet. You know, they want to sit in your face when you decide to pick up, that piece of fried chicken or that chicken wing at the end of the day that was so delicious. It's the drink of me. You want some more? No, the drink of me. Only to realize that, hold on one second, I'm passing it to myself. Not you. No, the drink of me. I wasn't throwing it in your face. You said you wanted to eat dinner with me, have lunch with me, or breakfast. Listen, don't kick me down when I'm trying to maintain my smile. Hello? I'm Naya, Junior Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. You know, gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and music clout chasing or fame. You know, individuals will monitor your every move, doesn't matter your tax bracket when it comes to your next door neighbor. And I said it respectfully. They will project sport towards you. They will send you the evil eye. They will monitor your mail. They will monitor your packages. They will monitor your phone calls. They will monitor the people that you encounter with. They will even project people to project fear into you. It's a sin of thought for me. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk you. You don't have to know someone for someone to try to humiliate you. You don't have to know someone for someone to send you the evil lie or project sport towards you. You know, someone could be so jealous because you choose yourself. You decided to outgrow an old mindset, but you wasn't running from your past. You know, you decided to say, you know what, I want to be in a healthy relationship. I don't want to be in a mindset of being my own prison at the end of the day because that's what society said that was the norm. You decided to change your life around and you don't run from he say, she say, even when someone tries to paint you to be the villain in their story at the end of the day. You know, you may not pray the same as the average person, but you knew how to pray for your neighbor even days when you couldn't see, when they even was throwing spoke at you. Hold on a second, the in between. You know, my content is not for everybody. You don't have to know that sales rep. You don't have to know that person in the barbershop. You don't have to know that musician at the end of the day. You don't have to know that terrorist at the end of the day. You don't have to know a next door neighbor at any tax break at the end of the day. For someone to send you the evil lie, or for someone to project spoke towards you, or for someone to gather a hate train to go up against you. It's just train of thought for me. Or even to paint you out, to blackmail you and say that you're a sex addict, that you're addicted to drugs or whatever the case may be. All because someone wants to control the narrative because, hold on one second, they already painted you out to be something you truly wasn't. With potential. You know, my content is not for everybody. You know, no mother or father or a loved one to lose a child or a family member due to someone's jealousy, envy, insecurity, or because someone decides to say, you know what, I don't think I'm better than anybody, but I outgrew a certain chapter in my journey at the end of the day that I'm not going to allow your projection of misery loves company to disturb me when I'm trying to find peace within, or I'm trying to better myself as the man or woman that you're trying to become at the end of the day, or you're just trying to change the narrative of a generational curse that was being put upon you and said, you know what, I would rather continue to step, but I allow God to guide me when the devil's trying to distract me or the enemy's trying to make me feel at the end of the day I am not worthy. They want me to get out of character. They want me to be paid out to be a crash out when you wasn't trying to wild out. No, it's the truth though, man. This type of stuff really happens. Yeah, it does. No mother or father, regardless they're in a single family household or not, is deserving of a phone call knowing that they pray for their child every single day. Regardless, they may not feel like they're their best parent at the end of the day. They children look at them as a role model. It should be no reason why a mother or father is stripped away from their children because of someone's jealousy, envy, and insecurity, or because someone wants to carry a hate train or project a hate crime towards somebody, or someone doesn't understand self-discipline when it comes to keeping your hands to yourself. You know, folks will gather folks in different tax bracket just to trying to destroy one person. And it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if someone decides to change their life or not at the end of the day, or someone decides to go a different path and they don't want you in their life at the end of the day. It should be no reason why you got to sit there and try to curse somebody with spell work, regardless to trying to stop their finances or send them beauty magic or paint a light of folks to look at this individual so they won't see their light and try to cause so much confusion in someone's life, all because you're trying to destiny swipe with somebody what you can't do because it's with them that's somebody at the end of the day. You know that God's child. And because you're demonic and because you live your life a certain way, you try to ruin the light of a child of God, but God too allows them to understand that testimony is different when they believe in faith. You know, my content is not for everybody. No mother or father or family member should lose a child due to violence. It doesn't matter about their culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. It's a train of thought for me. How you don't have to know somebody, or you came in encounter with someone and someone would project a lust, or someone project a spell towards you just to try to blackmail you against you, or to have you by their side just to energy harvest off your energy. And then they try to make you feel like you're not worthy of pursuing you choosing yourself, loving yourself. And because when they put that projection on you, they have a hate train going against you. It should be no reason why a mother should be answering the phone and her child or son, regardless how old they are. They went from point A to Z, regardless if it was the laundromat or not, or regardless if it was the grocery store or not. It should be no reason why that mother or father is to have to grieve because someone lacks self-control when they was just walking and they wasn't trying to bring harm towards themselves or others around them. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. No mother or father should be stripped away from their child because someone lacks self-control. Because someone doesn't want a mother and father to balance self-awareness. They don't want a mother and fathers to balance self-love. They don't want a mother and fathers to balance pouring into their child, because the enemy or the devil wants to energy harvest on someone's energy or project spiritual. The devil or the enemy that already had your downfall at the palm of their head and said, you know what? I'm going to distract you. I'm going to send spiritual towards you. That should never have to be someone's child. And especially when someone's trying to protect their baby. You don't have to see them frown, maintain a crown. We all don't pray the same. But that mother and father, regardless if they came from poverty and pain or they came from a single family household or not, they are worthy of loving a child without someone coming in the middle at the end of the day. Telling someone at the end of the day, you're doing too much pouring into your baby when that person's not trying to abuse their child, mentally, physically, emotionally, or verbally. It's a train of thought for me. When someone is truly praying for their child, when the outside world is trying to send their child the evil lie, that mother and father shows unconditional love when it comes to balance. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. I am far from a hater. We may not pray the same, but I would never hurt myself regards to what man or woman or child is threatening my life. And I say it respectfully, or regards to who has me shadow banned or whatever the case may be. Because when you're a child of God and you're a real one at the end of the day, when someone is truly not for you, you don't sit in spell work, you don't sit in the evil eye, you don't create a hate train towards somebody at the end of the day. If someone truly not for you, keep it pushing. You speak up for yourself, the energy is different. Folks get mad and take your kindness or weakness. They want you to be disturbed at your own peace. Hold on 1 second, they was truly projecting when they thought you were supposed to be misled by, hold on 1 second, the devil that day. When God was showing you motivation is different. Outcome in the mindset of being toxic. Hold on 1 second. You were supposed to be toxic. Paying out to be a crash out. You didn't have to get physical. They would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. It was your dream and it truly came true when God truly showers you. How you find peace within. That bothered certain folks mental. Or because you was willing to choose yourself even when you wasn't established. The energy is different when it comes to confidence. Hold on 1 second, because you understood that you was your biggest cheerleader when they was trying to mislead you with pain. Hold on 1 second. You catching your blessings because you truly a miracle. Regardless to the love you, respect you at the end of the day. You understood that folks going to take your kindness or weakness, but God ain't going to make a mistake when the right people walk into your life and ain't got to mislead you with pain. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and it's not a crime to be authentic. Never allow a man or a woman, regardless to what the circumstances is, and especially when you never have malicious intentions, make you feel like your voice does not matter. And I say that respectfully, regardless, they say they threaten your life. And I don't mean no disrespect, because everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But when someone threatens your life that nobody's going to believe you because they're going to have folks in different tax bracket go against you, never allow that to change who you are as an individual. Having that beautiful heart. Never allow someone to project fear in you because they want to dim your light, because you wasn't seeking revenge besides speaking up for yourself, because they would want someone to do the same to their family at the end of the day, regardless of their culture, let alone religion. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, I don't push God on nobody because I say my content is not for everyone. It's not. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. I don't project sport towards my neighbor. I don't send my neighbor the evil eye. And I say it respectfully. But when God sends the right people into your life, they're far from haters. They don't look at you like competition. No, it's a straight though. You know, when it comes to your sex bracket, what you got going on, established with me. No, we're not trying to outdo each other. It's called respect. I want what's best for you. No, it's a trade though for me. You be so surprised who see you the evil eye. God damn it. You could have more than somebody, less than somebody. You'd be so surprised when it comes to their mask falling off. They look at you like the channels at the end. They try to pursue you. But only because, hold on one second, you was never competition when they try to dish you. They understood the end of the day. How do I throw this person off? They had to play with smoke when it came to chemicals. Hold on one second. The toxic energy they had within them, all because you believe something can relate to is God's light hits goes within. No, and the straight, don't be no for real, for real. You know, folks will put you in competition. Folks even send you spell work, regardless of how beautiful you are, regardless of how handsome you are. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey. How when someone looks at you like a trigger, it be the train of thought for me. But God will be protecting that soul at the end of the day. They would never understand that they couldn't get a touch. They couldn't get a reach. Now, ever, they couldn't touch or reach you. No, for real, for real. Because you know why? When God restores you every season, what the devil would say, the enemy would say, I got your back against the wall. They would say they're robbing you mentally, spiritually, financially, even sending support towards you. Where's your God at now? They even hacking devices to blackmail you against you, putting you part of communities that you was never even introduced to. How this type of stuff actually happens. How when gang stalking is real, they thought that you're supposed to be mentally ill. Even try to say that at the end of the day that you're not worthy. Or because, hold on one second, you should keep in the real. Because you chose yourself. And you never gave up. When your soul was never for sale, they would never understand that reach is different. When God spent the block for all the right reasons. Never dim your light because someone understands, hold on one second. You're seasoned. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Now, it's a trait of the entertainment purpose is only, you ever Molly been with the Molly business? No, it's right. What the heck is wrong with these people? You ever had that one friend, family member, loved one, or whatever case may be? No, it's a trait, though. It's more pathetic and sad to know at the end of the day that someone that's supposed to be your guardian and raising you right is showing you all wrong when it comes to the love department. No, that's a trait, though, for me. You ever had that one family member that say, you know what? I'm watching y'all for a couple of hours while your parents is away. Matter of fact, I am the parent. No, that's a trait, though. What the fuck? This fool decided to say, you know what? Give me your house keys. Why would I do such a thing? It's the trade though. Me and outside do not blend. Hello? No, the trade though me. This fool says, you know what? I'm gonna give you a couple of dollars. Just stay out of the way for a couple of hours. No, it's a trade though for me. Your life changed forever. Because you know when you start to look at a parent in certain ways, like it can't. I would never look at you the same. It's a trait of me, you cheating. It's a trait of me. You ever had that one parent or guardian or whatever the case may be preaching about everybody else's relationship but their own? It's a trait of me. Check you out. You got some nerve. Then the person be like, no, don't cheat on that person. Do you hear about they getting divorced or whatever the case may be? Yeah. You need to mind your business. It's the trait of you and everybody's business but your own. No, the trait of me. You ever had that one guardian call you up? You heard about your cousin? It's the trait of me. What happened? I know you gonna tell me. Well, it didn't work out, but they got somebody pregnant. Oh, you know everybody been a bunch of no, the trait of me. You ever had that one family member the day that was supposed to be babysitting you, guardian, or whatever the case may be? They said, you know, go to the movies, go have a good day, go skating, go do something, go mind your business somewhere else besides this address for the day. It's the trait of me. You know, when the movie was over a little bit earlier when they supposed to, you know, you're supposed to take that long walk, but we decided to go home. Hello, it's too goddamn dark. No, it's the trait of me. Only to realize we walked into new news. Nunu was supposed to have been going a long time ago, but hold on 1 second. The devil just came home. You ever started to participate in something called pay me and I'll shut up? No, it's a trade over me. Every time I go to the grocery store, I want what I want. And you can't tell me I can't buy. Hello, it's my money anyway. This fool realized me today. Guess who's walking behind us? It sounds like you about to be in a lot of trouble, ma'am, sir. So they trying to figure out at the end of the day what's going on and who's this person. When the two lovers meet each other, we didn't stand up for another. It's the sake of you ever had someone look so confused? I thought you was gonna be home tomorrow. It's the train gonna be evidently plans didn't add up. Hello. Only for this fool to say, you know what? I don't think it's a good idea if y'all all come in at one time. No, you talking about the big man and big girl in the back of the homeboy, homegirl that's behind us. You talking about because it's time to bed. We gotta go to school in the morning. What's wrong with these people? Only was hold on 1 second. How you get out of cheating on somebody you're madly in love with? And they pay your bills, you stupid ass. It's a train over me. Well, then they start to reevaluate their life and say, you know what? Don't start. You had the trick on me. Won't start, what won't be. No, you started a whole lot of bullshit, ho. I have the trick on me. I hope you grow. No, the trick on me. Don't ever participate when I get older and tell me about me being in a relationship when you a cheater. No, it's a trick on because you trifling as hell. I gotta go. Love wasn't a mistake when the right person sees you. Someone tweet paying attention like it was an essay that day. That hold on 1 second, I'm tweet concentrating. I'm very so much thankful I wasn't misleading myself when it came to that prayer that day. A new test when it comes to testimony. Who would have knew that God would allow me to feel? To allow me to feel at the end of the day, elevation is different. Because love is real, love is one of a kind. I ain't have to deal with that toxic behavior. Someone didn't have to repeat, hold on 1 second, they mindset at the end of the day because they was actually meaning what they say when it comes to that walk of life. Hold on 1 second, being a real boss, being a real man and woman at the end of the day that actually truly shows you, hold on 1 second, we actually hold the hands. No, it's a straight off of me. When someone truly allows you to see, love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. No, it's a straight off of me. It wasn't complicated bringing peace into someone's life. It felt like a game, but hold on 1 second, who would have knew that someone wasn't trying to make you unstable? It felt like a game. You know why it felt like a game? Because you so used to the toxic behavior, it became the norm. Only was hold on 1 second, you couldn't mislead yourself wrong. You actually had to sit, understand boundaries is different. The outgrowing the old when it came to someone's mind games. Only was hold on 1 second, God wasn't playing with your time when it came to so much we invested into your time. And hold on 1 second. When it comes to your healing, because you healed the wound that they couldn't relate to your past. Folks on the outside world, the end of the day, even looking at you like true love can never last. They say, hold on 1 second, fairy tales is not real, but someone truly showed you why you was truly the blessing when it came to a miracle that day. Someone truly keeping it real. I may not make sense to the average person, but true love is not complicated when someone truly shows up for you every single day in the most healthiest way. They wasn't doing it for likes, views, or cloud chasing or fame. Who would have knew that true love allowed you to feel the hold on 1 second? It wasn't a walk of hall of shame. No, it's a trick on me. No, for real, because when the right person walks into you, like, they not trying to embarrass you. No. It's not lust, it was real love. Competing, when someone truly got your time and day, there's no more options. It be the train of thought for me, especially when God truly shows you potential that someone could truly be. A future so real that light hits different. Someone truly showed you that true love wasn't complicated. Someone actually meant what they said, that I ain't got time to have my cake and eat it too because I see you. Hold on 1 second, I don't do that cheating. Cheating, mind game type of stuff. 1 foot in one door, 1 foot in the other door. Things is different. They know how it feels for someone not to love though. So they was truly making sure at the end of the day, they knew right from wrong. And it's just different. When someone actually walks into your life, they wasn't manipulating God. When they actually knew how to value your time and day, they wasn't wearing a mask, regardless the obstacles and the pain that the outside world was trying to discover you to. But the divine timing actually is different when someone's really protecting you. Your heavenly mother, Father God. I may not pray the same, but who would have knew that true love will allow you to feel balance hits new? Because it was a chapter every single day. Being on the same page with the love of your life, it wasn't a mistake. Being emotionally available. Someone's trying to shortchange you to get physical. Someone sees you, hears you, respects you. The energy is different. Someone cheering you on up close and personal behind closed doors. Wow, who would have knew that time allowed you to feel why true love was real? I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. I'm far from a hater. Let alone a copycat. I said what I said. Hello. I'm Naya, genuine love respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Effortlessly. Wow. Somebody that was sweet and relatable. It just came naturally. Authentic type of love, unconditional love. Someone truly being patient with you type of love. That energy is different. It wasn't a competition when it came to someone valuing your time and day. The outside world ain't gonna understand God's plan when it come to hold on 1 second, be on the same page. That was your crush every single day. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 4 years. Who would have knew that 40 years and plus would have made you feel like, hold on 1 second, God allows you to heal? True love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. Uniting with the love of your life, it wasn't a mistake when God truly allows you to feel that hold on 1 second. Two souls can truly hold it down and love each other right. The first time around, I said what I said. They ain't just different. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. What's up, butterfly? When the outside world try to distract you, what's truly your dream coming true. Only for us to hold on 1 second. God wasn't trying to show you that you wasn't worthy. God wasn't trying to show you that you was worthy. You was more than worthy. You was more than enough. When the outside world went against you, even when you get lost in your words, they would never understand how the devil would try to confuse you, let alone any but God should be protecting you. The energy is different. Patience and love. Who would have knew that the love of your life can truly see you to allow you to heal? That motivation is different. Only you to keep it real. Continue to blossom. That ain't just different. God was never for sale. So being authentic at the end of the day, they want you to chill. They say that you're doing too much because you understand that something they can't relate to, that's confident, that bothers their mental health. Believing in FAITH, hold on 1 second, will truly make someone feel unwell. In their own skin at the end of the day, so they gotta project sport to make them feel mentally well. All because you wasn't trying to get distracted, because you truly praying to go with it, and they would never understand that God was keeping you held. Because God allowed you to see that wound that they try to open at the end of the day. God wasn't trying to destroy you, because God truly allowed you to feel like you truly had a soul to understand elevation is different. When they said that you was mentally unstable, mentally ill. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you are worthy. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but finding yourself, who would have knew that time allowed you to see, even when folks try to monitor you, monitoring spirits, astral traveling, invading your space, but God was revealing the devil, alone, the enemy, and different types of tactics when you least expect it. They said that you wasn't going to be worthy. They said that you wasn't worthy. They painted you out to be a crash out. But that fear, love hits different when you got God's hands, in rotation. Because God truly showed you what a blessing, a miracle looks like up close in person. That brought you balance. Regardless of the love you, respect you, protect you, they would never understand emotionally being available. Who would have knew? God chose you. You are worthy of the right people seeing you, hating you, respect you. That's why God truly shows at the end of the day motivation hits different. Someone truly being real with you. Someone cheering you on, not to blackmail you. Someone truly cheering you on. Y'all praying for each other. That ain't just different, not against each other. Who would have knew that two souls can truly allow themselves to heal? Regardless of getting from poverty and pain. When people can see like they're not trying to project pain. Single evil out all protects work in a toxic way. It may not make sense to the average person, but you are enough to the right people when you don't overlook yourself. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. It was G-O-D. You said I'm whack and I'm corny, but I understood the hell. Relate. Wasn't a race, neighbor. Just stay in your lane, neighbor. No, it's a trade, though. I don't know what's wrong with these people, whatever the case may be. Why they look at you like competition? Oh, because you didn't want to maintain a smile. They didn't understand that. Hold on 1 second when they wanted to kick you down to see you frown. You're going to have chicks and dudes in different tags bracket. Can't wait for your downfall, even when they throw spoilers to the toxic way. They would never understand balance has difference. That's why they got to create a hate train. They got an energy harvest over your energy, but they truly too weak to go within actually understand how to truly heal. Or because, hold on 1 second, when they try to paint you to be mentally unstable, but God truly allows you to see, hold on 1 second, I was protecting your men too. Health. I never understood that at the end of the day. How someone could have more than you or not. Look at you like competition, but hold on a second. That motivation is different because I ain't allow myself to lose me or because you can relate to me. Folks try to make you homeless, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even those spoken and toxic, send you the evil lie. Let them create a hate train towards the end of the day. But it continue to multiply when you catch your feelings to understand that it's true healing. And it's a process to truly go within. They would never understand the actual making. Because when God allowed you to see your steps is truly ordered at the end of the day, they would never understand that, hold on one second, God just brought you balance. You're mad and you're worthy. I may not make sense to the average person, and I wasn't supposed to at the end of the day. But when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. I'm far from a hater. No, I haven't trick of you. Always be yourself and no molest intentions. Regardless to who's gang stalking me, monitor my every move at the end of the day, I never signed up for someone's contract. One-sided. And I say respectfully because I work alone when it comes to my creativity. I would never hurt myself regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me. Individuals would try to ruin your reputation and say that you are not worthy, that you don't have potential. They're monitoring your every move between months and years. They're on the phone with someone they don't even like. They in that group text talking about you like a bad habit. They can't wait for you to fall to be a crash out. They want to take your spot at the end of the day, but hold on one second. I knew how to pray for my neighbor. I wasn't in competition. They'll try to find all these things as in their mindset, but they said that you're mentally unstable. But they trying to destroy you in the same token. At the end, they project the spoke in a toxic way, even energy harvesting. When you're a child of God, energy is different. Soul was never for selling, so you're keeping it real. Regardless, at the end of the day, where you at in your journey, healing. Regardless where you at in your spiritual journey, at the end of the day, you know how to respect your neighbor. We ain't the same. I'm not here genuine love respect, and I would never hurt myself regardless to who is trying to bring harm towards me, or who is sending spirit towards me, or who's trying to continue to ruin my reputation at the end of the day. But I still choose me. I am my biggest cheerleader. I'm healing from a hate crime that was done to me, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Something but the enemy. Always be yourself. We all don't pray the same, and I'm far from a hater, and I say respectfully. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't project spell work towards my neighbor or energy harvest off my neighbor's energy or send an evil eye. And I say respectfully. And I don't play with witchcraft and all that. No. Not towards my neighbor. No. You ain't for me. Have a good day. No, for real. Just keep it in real. You ain't for me. Have a good day, neighbor. Hey. Stay your ass so free. My content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. When God sends the right people into your life, regardless to what subject it is at the end of the day, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. They don't look at you like competition. They're not trying to outdo you better than you at the end of the day. They actually genuinely cheering you on. And I say that respectfully. There's nothing fake about them, regardless they keep in poverty and pain. And especially if you're not for them at the end of the day, they know how to keep it pushing like a normal person would do. They don't got energy harvest of your energy or send you spell stupid ass. I said what I said to the people in the back. My content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, but no intentions. I walk these streets alone, and I would never hurt myself regardless to what man or woman or child is trying to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, never allow someone to project fear in you or make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. Individuals will pick and choose who they want to bully, have excuses who could talk about God, spirituality, domestic violence, hate crime, healing, trauma and pain, narcotics, the devil, spirituality, whatever the case may be. But never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. You're mad and you're worthy regardless of people, poverty, and pain. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. It's no third party, and I say that respectfully regardless to who hacked my device, accounts, and emails, or who monitor my every move. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, and I work alone beside my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I said respectfully, we all don't pray the same. But I'm far from a hater. I don't matter your tax bracket, silly rabbit. I said what I said. I gotta go. Always be yourself with attention. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from my head, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from my head, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Ever change, always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones. Hi! Stop the violence. Check you out, neighbor, neighbor. I'm a pop it. What do I know? Love yourself, don't dim your light. Never give up on yourself because they overlooked you. Never give up on yourself because you're a miracle. They didn't know how to love you, but you are worthy. They didn't know how to respect you, but you are worthy. Especially when you got manipulated. We are all not haters. Got it, guys. Stop the violence. I'm peace. I bring peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I gotta go. Girl. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully. I'm far from a crash out. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me. I know how to respect my elders, and I say that respectfully, regardless of who's trying to blackmail me at the end of the day. I never gave anybody permission to use my documentation to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself, and I am not a drug addict, and I am not a sex worker, and I don't belong to anybody. Now, Anthony traded for me that part right there. I don't work with nobody besides myself. I know I said what I said. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. It's currently November 2nd, 2025, and it's currently 10:51 p.m. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Peace and respect, your name must otherwise. Stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and true love is not supposed to hurt. It's not. Always be yourself. When the right person walks into your life, never overlook them, because you have so many excuses why you passed them in your life. Well, you said you want to make things right when it comes to your future. Always be yourself. Don't let your past hold you back. I said what I said. I gotta go. You know, regardless of what man or woman or child is threatening me at the end of the day, regardless of what zip code or county or continent or whatever the case may be, I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself, regardless who's plotting to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially, or even send me spork or send me the evil eye. I would never hurt myself or who's plotting against me at the end of the day. I would never hurt myself, and I'm far from a hater, regardless to your job description, regardless to your tax bracket. It be the train of thought for me. How it takes more than 10 people to go up against one person. You went through that too? Oh my God, neighbor! I'll pray for you too. Oh, that's not nice, right? They wanted you to be unbalanced, self-unaware. Who would have known? God allowed you to hell. You know, they try to project fear in you, but you walk by faith, not by sight. They would never understand who's guiding you. You know, I love myself. They would never understand God's rhythm. It's different. Go, hold on one second. Put this. You know, that's what they want you to do. They want you to get lost in your words. They don't want you to elevate and blossom. Regardless of keeping poverty and pain, they pick and choose who can elevate. They put folks in competition with you. Or they be like, hold on one second, I don't want you to take that person's position, but hold on one second. We all want to work on the same level when it comes to hold on one second, vibration on different frequency. Hold on one second, divine timing actually hits different. Being authentic but bother someone's mental health that's trying to keep up with you when they a copycat. Hold on one second, it wasn't part of your veins or anything, but you still know how to respect your neighbor even when they couldn't relate to go within. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Never allow someone to discourage you because they didn't know how to take the opportunity to actually love themselves to go within. They rather monitor your every move to hold on one second. You wasn't even part of hold on one second. Truly dim your neighbor's life besides keeping it real. It's a train of thought for me. You know, regardless to who said I don't have potential, or regardless to who had to think of my past and pay this person, pay that person, or pay people to stay away from me, or project sport towards individuals so they won't see my life at the end of the day, or try to ruin who I am as an individual. If someone said you ain't got potential, and you don't run from your past, never allow someone to make you feel like you're not worthy of showing up for you to love you. Never allow someone to dim your light to project fear in you. Never allow someone to make you have to feel like you have to have an excuse why you can't choose you. And I said it respectfully, my content is not for everybody. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, respect you. They protect you, they love you, respect you with no misintentions, and they not projecting spirit towards you, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself. Peace and respect, today must start the violence, I gotta go. Have a good day. Always be yourself, no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I work alone regardless of trying to blackmail me against me. And I say respectfully, always be yourself, stop being a hater.